Hi, it's Brandon, and welcome to Retro Reactions, a place where I experience amazing music from the 70s, 80s, and 90s for the very first time. And today we're going to be traveling all the way back to 1996 to listen to Waiting Phase 1 and Waiting Phase 2 by the incredible Porcupine Tree. It's always a top life moment to discover new songs from this incredible band. Anyway, these are songs 5 and 6 from Signify, their fourth studio album. Both parts are the very first single released by the band. It entered the UK indie charts, attracting airplay all over Europe. The lyrics explore the struggle to find meaning and escape from a state of emotional numbness and emptiness. Let's go. I know it's going to be amazing.
To be born again, wanting the saddest kind of pain, waiting for the day when I will crawl away.
So glad we got a transition. I'm high already on the music. that dissonance. And another transition. Ooh, that ending, that whole song, both those songs. I love how the ending of phase 2, right there, just slowly wound down, but like no other song, not just a fade out, not just things dropping out, but this huge ball of music. I'll talk about that. Kind of, disintegrating, going every which way, sounds here, there, wherever, random. That was an amazing ride. I've had many amazing rides with this band. I absolutely loved, adored, worshipped that sublime experience. Yeah, so I kind of got into this one just a touch. Back to phase 1. Everything, so good. Wow. So we start off with this super collision. We're going to have a space theme in this reaction. A super collision of introspection and gorgeous instrumentation. What more could I want? And then the introspective vocals of Steven come in. He sounded so soft and smooth. I was adoring how he was singing. I always love it, but it just seemed extra smooth in this one. Fit the music perfectly. And then, just like in so many others that I've heard, this killer drum beat, this killer bass groove. I love it. I was moving to it. It always hits me just right. And I just came up with a new word for the channel. I was super floating all around space in this song, especially in this first part, but in the whole thing, really. Floating around, just going with the music, going wherever they take me. The harmonies, a really nice warm touch to all that electronic and electric instrumentation. And those sublime, dreamy keys, just single notes way in the back. But they just flooded my soul equally because they were so captivating, so nice to hear. Again, floating with all this instrumentation. Then we get one of the most scratchy electric guitars I've ever heard. It was big, bold, amazing. The melodies kind of were wailing from the tops of the mountains of the distant planets, It's funny, it's an introspective song about humans, but I didn't feel like I was on Earth for any of this song. And then so appropriately, that chef's kiss transition from phase 1 to phase 2. Insanely good. We quiet down. We get ominous. I love that, of course. Very atmospheric as well. A whole new musical picture being painted in the second song. The tribal drums were amazing. We got these ambient vocals. Whatever he was doing, they were probably traveling. Didn't sound quite human. Amazing stuff. So hypnotic, and I'm definitely not on Earth. More guitar excellence, but this time there were these panning guitar voices, we'll call them. Felt like alien beings having conversations. Again, I live for those creative, artistic choices. Again, that whole musical landscape being created here felt like a buffet of electronic heaven. It was so atmospheric. I'll call it ultra atmospheric. Felt like a complex musical abstract painting. I live for that as well, and they've provided me that so many times. But they did not forget to bring the piano to this planet or to these planets, wherever we're going in space, because the piano was there. It was kind of sparse, just kind of teasing me here and there, just enough to whet my appetite. But with piano, I get greedy and want a lot of it. Probably around the halfway point, Chris Maitland's drums take center stage. Incredible. I love that he was shining up there in space. But around the 70% mark, wow, it just got bigger and bigger. All that excellent instrumentation kind of became this swirl of musical light, this ball of musical light just ripping through the universe at lightning speed. I was visually seeing it. It felt like a musical comet or meteorite. So cool, so huge, so much energy there. Again, just me and the instrumentation traveling at lightning speed. I'm along for the ride. I'm loving it. And as I mentioned already, a perfect ending, a perfect wind down, but such a unique wind down from this incredible journey in space. It was that slow disintegration of that musical meteorite, the disintegration of that incredible music. So, so unique. You know, art on the highest level, songwriting on the highest level, etc. Steven Wilson, you're an absolute legend, quite like no other. Yeah, so these two were okay. They're getting the Triple Epic Platinum Record Award, absolutely, for Waiting Phase 1 and Waiting Phase 2 by Porcupine Tree, 1996. And thank you so very much for this incredible experience. Yet again, the amazing Steven Wilson, Richard Barbieri, Colin Edwin, and Chris Maitland. All right, that's it for now. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Anyway, don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment down below. If you wish to chat about this one, I would love to know what you think. So you take care, stay safe, stay hydrated, and remember to let peace, calm, and light into your day and night. And I'll see you next time in the past.